Hello everyone, this is Mridul Agrawal. I've done my BTech in Mechanical Engineering from a government college in UP, BIT Jhansi, and then afterwards I did my MTech from IIT Mandi, and then I had worked in an industry that is Jupiter Solar. It was in Baddi. I was process engineer over there, and then afterwards I worked in uh, teaching industry, and I've been working for the JE students, and I've been preparing them for JE mains and advanced exam. Recently I appeared for an interview, PhD interview at IISc Bangalore, in which various departments were there. I chose three departments over there. First was the Department of Mechanical Engineering, second was the Center for Design and Manufacturing, and uh, third was the Center for the Sustainable Technology. So for three departments I gave my interview. I'll share the experience of this interview so that it can benefit the students who are preparing for the PhDs at IISc. So on the first day, I had an interview at CPDM, that is the Center for Product Design and Manufacturing. When I entered into the hall, they asked me about my work experience and educational level and how I worked. They asked me about the solar photovoltaic energy systems, since I did my MTech work on that only, and I actually told them how the solar cell works and what is the functioning of solar cell, efficiency of the solar cell, and what is the fill factor, then efficiency, and I also told them about the green energy when they asked me about it. After that, they also questioned me on the nuclear energy and the hydrogen energy for being a cleaner fuel or not, and they asked us and then a mathematical graph to plot on the board, and they asked me to draw the curve of fx equal to x sin x, and that I drawn it very fastly on the whiteboard, and then they asked me for drawing the graph of minus x sin x. This I also told them, and I was able to answer them, and majority of the questions was from my MTech thesis basics, and then from the mathematics part and some part of the green energy. They also asked me about the area in which I wanted to work. I told them that I had an interest in green energy and automotive energy and automotive systems, intelligent automotive systems. So they gave a list of topics to me, and they asked me, why do you have an interest over there? So I told them the complete work experience in that region, and I had told them about that one project I held on the automotive systems as well. So you must have some facts and figures to tell them that you are interested in a particular topic. So that is the first thing, that first interview again at Center for Product Design and Development, and then the second interview took place on the next day at CST, Center for Sustainable Technologies, where I was asked to present my this MTech thesis or MTech project work in one slide, and I had to explain them all the problem statement, the methodology, the conclusion that I got, then the results, and then I also told them about whatever work I did over there, what is the experimental setup. So in the initial part, I had to select two of the labs. So I selected for two labs in which I was interested. First one was the this Sudesi lab for solars, and one was for the turbo machinery lab. So in the initial part, they asked me about the STC condition for the photovoltaic systems. So I told them about the photovoltaic systems STC condition, and then they asked me about what is the temperature rise of the surface and the back rear surface, and how does the wind affects. in the front side and the back side and the rear side, and what was the experimental setup used. And they were not much satisfied from my answers, but I gave whatever I knew about it. Then the turbo machinery lab, the professor asked me about the working of the turbines, and I told them about the Pelton turbines, energy transfers, SFE, and then how the energy is held and used for running the Pelton turbine. This I tried to explain using the velocity diagram, and then I also explained them about how the torque is being provided to the rotor of the turbine. And then I also told them about the energy transmission. Majority of the answers were correct to some extent, but I gave him like a physics faculty, not like a turbo machinery scientist. So they asked me that you must have a deep knowledge over turbo machinery. So that's why this interview ended up with a okay type. And then I gave the interview at the mechanical engineering department in the last. So they asked me firstly the three subjects. What are the three subjects in which I was interested? I told them that I was interested in uh, three subjects. First was engineering mechanics, I told them. Second, turbo machinery, and then strength of material. So they asked me that you have to tell me the strongest subject. So I told them that I'm very good at engineering mechanics, since I'm also teaching the physics to the JE students. So definitely my mechanics would be strong, and that's why I told them this is my uh, good part. So they asked me about the angular momentum based question. Rod was there, and it was it was there on the floor of the smooth surface, and then some hitting is done by a ball at the some distance from the center of mass. I have to tell what is the angular momentum of this rod afterwards, and then what is the angular velocity, how its motion would take place. Similarly, they asked a second question: when a coin is placed over the frictionless surface and then it is about to roll without pure rolling, without rolling without friction, and then it is able to go up the step that was of height h. So they asked me what is the maximum height it could reach uh, until it stops. So I use the conservation of energy, and then I solved it. And then afterwards they asked me about my MTech project and the governing equations used in it. So I told them about the uh, this energy conservation of energy equation, del 2t over del x square plus del 2t over del y square, and so on. You must have read about it in the heat transfer. And then they also asked me about the thermal boundary layer, how it is developed, and where it is developed, what is the temperature profile that I got, what were the fundamental equations that we were using in order to simulate our environment for the thermal analysis of a PV module. So they asked me about that, and then afterwards they again asked me a question on limits. So whenever I was stuck, they were helping me. So I initially got wrong answer, but after that when they helped me, I got a correct answer at the end, and I was able to answer majority of the questions. And they were asking some jokey type questions as well in the midway. But in the end, I would say that they were helping me. They were just trying to see that whether if hint is provided to a student, was he able to go to the next part of the problem and solve it and go in the right direction, so that similarly when he is taken or he or she is taken in the PhD program, then definitely if some support is provided from the professor, definitely it must help the student to go further and try for further things. So in the end, I would say that it was a very nice experience working and interviewed at IISc Bangalore. I am awaiting for the results, but whatever experience I had, I have shared it, since it may help some students who are preparing for the PhD interview. And I would say that going for an interview like this would help you explore uh, most of the latest technologies in which the professors are working, and what can be the possible fields in which you can work. And IISc in India is one of the very oldest and prominent college in terms of research, core research all over the India. So I think if a student is coming in India and wanted to do some research, then definitely he can go to IISc and do it there. Many of the great scientists, Homi Baba, Vikram Sarabhai, C.V. Raman, and very old people have worked over there. And the institute is around 100 plus years old, so it's an old old infrastructure with some new advancements daily. And majority of the professors are in contact with the government of India directly, and they can directly help the government of India to take decisions corresponding to the different fields. So I think that for the contribution of any research or any work, you can join PhD at IISc, and it would be much more beneficial than joining any other IITs or any other institute. And also you can get PMRF fundings, and it is majorly given in IISc. It is there are most number of students from the IISc that have got the PMRF, and through that they can get a fellowship and work very nicely over there. And also the environment and everything suits the type of research that is required for getting some results which is fruitful for the country. So I think it was a very nice experience. Maybe this video must have helped you. Do share this video and like my channel, so that I would be motivated to have more and more videos uploaded on it. And I had also given the interview for the NDA and FCAT during the SSB interview. So I'll definitely share the SSB interview experience as well in some days. So do like and share this video. Hope this would be very much helpful for the PhD students who are aspiring to go for PhD in India. Thank you.